Hey guys, my name is Paul Brumbaugh, and it's Tuesday, February 8th, and you're on the edge. I'm sitting here in Edge Studios, San Francisco, hanging out with my new friend. Well, we've been friends for about 4 months, I think.
4 months.
Yeah, Clayton Mosley, everybody. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, how's it going, Paul?
Very well. Now let's see how well I can butcher your hometown, Bay Minette, Alabama.
Bay Minette, Alabama. Yeah, that's where I'm from.
There you go. But now you're a city boy. You're from the city.
Yeah, I'm actually living in San Francisco now. I've been here for about a year, and it's pretty nice living in the city. I live up in the Castro. So.
Okay, cool. How do you like the Castro? Pretty nice?
Pretty nice. You know, the first time I ever seen a naked man out in public was in the Castro.
You know, actually, that's one of the first places I saw a naked man, too. Man walking through the Castro with a Batman full rubber like cape with the head on it and nothing else on.
I'm telling you, they got like the gold thongs on, or they have like a sock over their dick. It's like, man, you're already naked.
There you go.
Or like when COVID was going on, you see them walk around, they have a mask on.
Yeah, but nothing else.
It's like, what are you doing? Not worried about they have skin cancer?
Well, that's the whole thing. Even the dating apps, right? Everybody was like, what did they say? Condoms optional, but, you know, had to have a mask.
Got to be vaccine.
Yeah, vaccine and mask.
I don't care about condoms. I don't care about STDs. Just got to be vaccinated.
Got to be vaccinated. You don't need somebody dying in your bed from, yeah.
I mean, hell, COVID, dude, to be honest, I never even got it. Like, knock on wood.
I got sick about 2 weeks ago, and I was kind of feeling kind of for about 3 days, but I'm guessing that was Omicron? I don't know.
Man, I never got hell, even like before I moved back in the first of 2021, my mom had got COVID. She went to a wedding, and I told her, like, hey, you shouldn't go to it. Probably a bunch of people are going to get sick. Sure enough, everyone there got COVID. And she was out for 2 weeks, so I went and I had a quarantine with her because I was living with her at the time, but shit, I didn't get sick, so I just went out and bought weed and some cocaine and had fun.
So now, but were you vaxxed at that time?
No, nobody was vaccinated.
Nobody at that time.
Yeah, so like it was like, hey, if you get it, you're either going to get sick and die or you're going to get sick and get better.
Right, now they say that this is actually, we're 2 years in this month.
2 months. It's like chapter 3 of this stuff now.
Right, chapter 3 or maybe even chapter 4. It's kind of crazy.
We got 2020 and then 2021. Now we're going to chapter 3, 2022.
That's true. A little bit of each. So you didn't get sick by it.
No.
Anybody you know?
In the city, I had a few friends get sick. Actually, like, we were doing a show in December, like right before Christmas, and literally I was smoking a blunt with a friend. We were passing back and forth. Next few days later, he got COVID. I was sitting there like, shit, I'm about to get COVID too. I never did. So, I mean, I don't know if it's just luck. I don't know.
No, I think it is luck. Well, you don't know. But so then here's the other thing is, since then, since it's kind of, the numbers are going down, that's one thing that has gone away. I'm not smoking a joint with anybody anymore. It's like, roll your own, hold your own, stay over there. Even today, I wiped everything down, even though there hasn't been anybody else in here other than me. I am fully vaxxed. I am boosted. But I'm going to be paranoid for a while.
Oh, yeah. Which, I mean, speaking of vaccines, whenever I got my vaccine, I got the J&J, the first one.
Oh.
I got it back on April 10th, and literally, so, like, I signed up unwillingly. All I knew was, hey, I was getting the vaccine. They were accepting me because I was working at the time doing, they said it was essential work. I don't think it's really that fucking essential.
What were you doing?
I was working over in Oakland at a boat dealership, working on boat motors and shit. But, I mean, it's fun. The only reason they were deemed essential is because they work on the police department and the fire department's boats.
So they're first responders.
So, yeah, they were deemed essential, so they got to stay open and all. But it kept money in my pocket, and so it was good when I first moved to the city. But it allowed me to get the vaccine, so I signed up willingly. I went over to the Oakland Coliseum to get it done, and literally, like, they had to set up. There was, like, a mass vaccine site or whatever. They had probably, like, thousands of people just running through there or whatever. And whenever they shot us, they made us drive and to sit down in this waiting area. And all of a sudden, like they said, if you'd feel bad within 15 minutes, just turn your flashers on.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sitting there chilling, and all of a sudden I look behind me. fucking somebody's flashes are going off. I'm like, man, I'm about to look around. It's about to start looking like a Christmas tree fest, and I'm just waiting in line.
Oh my gosh.
They got the army there that's helping out, like volunteer or whatever. They got him, one guy up there in a uniform. He's got the checkered flag, waving people through, doing dance moves and shit. I'm like, I'm glad our tax dollars are going to this.
Wow. No, that's a little scary. Yeah, having you sit in your car like you're in a drive-in movie theater.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, I went to a school site, and it wasn't that bad, but it was a cattle call of people going in, and it felt like we were going to the slaughter. But literally the 15-minute wait afterwards is the longest wait because you're like constantly going like this. And you had the J&J.
I did, but I got I got my booster shot back in December, and I got the Pfizer.
A smart man.
So I'm just waiting for all like the legal settlements in the future to say, did you or a loved one get the Pfizer vaccine booster after getting the J&J?
That's what I'm afraid of too.
You might be in
you might be a redneck. No, but so I got Pfizer, Moderna, and so when you said Johnson, that was the one I was making jokes about. The one and you're done because people were dying.
Yeah,
a couple people died. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're still here with us and you're able to do this with us. But so yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I got Pfizer, and then they said, hey, we got a booster for you, and I'm like, cool, and I'm like. And they're like, and I'm like, cool, which one is it? And they're going, well, it's the Moderna. And I'm like, oh, that's the one I knew. A couple people had fevers and didn't feel really well. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. And I go, I'd probably just rather wait for the Pfizer. I'll do that next time. And the nurse was San Francisco, the Department of Health here in San Francisco had actually showed me the numbers of people that got Pfizer than Moderna, and it was like a better percentage to keep you healthier. And I was like, really?
Yeah. Now, I will say this, after I got the J&J, I was like sick as a dog that night, which I went out drinking the next day. So I got the shot, I woke up, and I went to Sports Basement. I wanted to go buy, I don't remember what I was going to buy, but I left out there with a brand new fucking bike and like a bunch of shit that I needed, but I mean, I kind of think it made me go out and compulsively buy a lot of shit is what it did. And but I went out drinking that day, and I think that had a lot to do with like the side effects I got that night. But shit, I didn't ever get COVID from it, so I mean, I guess it is. I guess it's good. I don't know, man.
So now we're through the other side. We made it through the other side.
Yeah. And we hope it's the other side.
We hope it's the other side. We hope it's not something more. But now you're starting to perform. What do you think of the audiences that we're seeing?
Some of them are really good. Like, we're getting some good audience members in some of the shows. Some of them, it's like they don't even want to come out still. But also, it's got to do with a lot of on the production side of the show, how shows are run to get people there that you know for a fact. It's tough getting audience members. It's tough selling tickets.
It is, and it really depends on demographically even where you are, because certain counties have different restrictions and certain fears.
Yeah, and it's tough whenever nobody knows who you are and you're just starting out and you're trying to sell tickets to a show or anything like that. But once you get known, people start showing up.
Yeah, and I noticed that my shows that I've been producing in the peninsula here in the Bay Area, one tomorrow night at the Hub in Redwood City, 2650. Yeah, okay, shameless plug.
It's a fun room to be in.
No, it is a fun room. And so I consider that my home field advantage, if you will. And so I know that my people, the Redwood City, the peninsula, has been coming out lately, and that's nice. And our numbers have still been declining.
Yeah.
So, because I know that for a minute there, it might have teetered the other way, where it might have trickled back up, and people might have had to start wearing masks again.
Yeah.
And so I guess this Omicron, since it's not as, people are not getting as sick as long, but I guess it's way more contagious, so everybody's getting it. It's just not as bad.
Yeah.
And so I think people are like finally going, oh, okay, so that's what that variant is.
That's true. So, I mean, like, I don't know. I know back home where I'm from, shit, people didn't believe in the vaccine. Back in the summer in Delta, it killed a lot of people. Like, it killed a lot of them back there. But, hell, if they would have been vaccinated, they might have just got sick.
Yeah, I felt guilty because I forced my mother to get the vaccine because I wanted her to be here.
Yeah.
And so she didn't want to for reasons that I don't need to disclose. But just like a lot of people didn't want to do it, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you think that you're going to get sick or not feel well for a couple weeks after you get it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather you be here in a couple weeks.
That's true. That's very true, man. So like, shit, I got it unwillingly knowing what the fuck was in it. So hey, I'm here.
Right. And now we're out and we're doing comedy, and people, I think they are appreciative. At least the audience I've been going to, you can tell that people have been cooped up for way too long.
Yeah. It's been great audiences. Like, man, if you got a good set, you're gonna get great reactions no matter where you at. Hell, it can be two people sitting out there at a table in front of you, they're ready to laugh. And if it's funny, they're gonna laugh at it. And I mean, shit, it could be that or it could be a full room. So you just gotta go with it.
No, we were just talking about, just before we went live on air, you were talking about the San Jose Improv is doing a open mic.
Yeah, they do that one, like it's a monthly one, and it's the lottery system. So I'm hoping to go on down there tomorrow and get picked.
And there's like usually good luck to you.
Yeah.
There's like 15 people that end up going up out of like 70.
Last time it was like 60 something or 70 people showed up. I think they only took like 18 people up. So yeah, it's a lottery system how they pick them. But if you get picked and do good, it can be good for potential shows or anything like that. So
I mean, that's actually where they're booking hosts and features and stuff for headliners that are coming through the town.
Yeah.
And San Jose Improv is one of those places where if you can get your foot in the door there,
you do pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the equivalent here in San Francisco is maybe going to the Punchline on a Sunday night, and you're still sitting at the back of the room with at least 50 comics. And what do they pick? Less than 10?
They pick like 5 to, I don't even know, like 5 to 10.
I was going to say like around 7-ish or something, right? So yeah. They only pick a little bit over a handful of people. There's at least 50 comics there. So I guess the numbers, you're still playing the numbers game.
Exactly. I've been there a few times. I don't know. I don't know. I sometimes get bored watching other comics.
Yeah, and aren't we supposed to be focusing on our own work?
Exactly.
Because if we start watching other people, it's good to be inspired, like watching comedy on Netflix. Yeah. I used to be addicted. I love comedy. But the more I watch other people, the more I want to write something different than they just said.
Yeah.
Every time they tell a joke, I'm like, oh, I want to rewrite that joke.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's not what I would have said.
Yeah, like, I feel that, or it's just like, I don't know, it's like my brain's not catching on. Like, it said, oh, there's something else you can go do. Like, get on TikTok, go watch TikToks. Like, I don't know, a lot of people nowadays, social media, too, that's got a big influence on a lot of them, like people getting sidetracked on shit, doing, like, just randomly going off and doing something else.
Well, they say, okay, so Netflix and chill, right? So they even said that the world population is declining because of that. Not just, okay, so here people were indoors during the pandemic. They were with their loved ones. They had plenty of time to be having sex.
Hey, Trojan cells and Plan B went up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, and so did downloaded porn or watched porn hours online. And now they're talking about how that's basically making a lot of the numbers decline. And so, I don't know, man. This pandemic has done a lot of weird stuff. It's changed our world forever, and some of it's really good stuff, and some of it's just weird.
Yeah, it is pretty fucked up nowadays out there.
Now, how do we keep up with everything that you're doing, Clayton?
I mostly post a bunch of my stuff on Instagram. Like, anytime I'm doing, like, shows, I'll post it on my story, or Facebook. I'll post on Facebook. And I'm also posting videos on TikTok as well. And you can search my names. Sounds just like it's spelled white as fuck.
White as fuck. There you go.
Yeah, it's spelled ClaytonMosley is the last name.
There you go. We got plenty of time. We still got about less than 5 minutes or so, but I just wanted to make sure you got that plug, and we'll get it at the end also.
All right.
And you've been doing this for over a year in the city.
Yeah.
But how long have you been doing this in total?
A little over a year, which like all right, so when I first
Did you pop your cherry here?
No, I popped my cherry in Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, there you go.
In a motel basement area. Like, it was all right, so this is the cool.
We're not talking about pop that cherry.
Not that cherry.
I just want to make sure we're talking Florida in a basement.
So it's a little hotel bar. I can't remember the hotel. I think it's like, it'll come to me. But Ryan Pfeiffer, he used to live out now. He was a comic in L.A. He moved back home to Pensacola, Florida, and he runs a few mics there, and he does a bunch of shows. And so I went up Man, I was nervous as hell. I don't even know how much time I did. I probably only did like 3 or 4 minutes.
But it felt like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know what the fuck a light was. I just went there telling jokes and shit, just talking to everybody. And so I did that and did a few more shows. Like, you know how they say the first time you ever do comedy, you do great, everybody loves you. It's like, yeah, because they just they like, oh yeah, he's proud of him getting up there or whatever. Nah, the next few times I did it, fucking bomb.
Crash and burn.
Fucking like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the first time was kind of a blur. I remember a couple little laughs, and that was about it. And then lots of struggling from there on out for a while.
Oh, yeah. And I remember the last time I bombed was, I think, March 8th, 2020, and then COVID happened.
Oh, I bombed in my own room. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. When you just said bomb, that you're always as good as your last set, or you always remember the last time you bombed, and I just bombed in my own room. And we were just talking about home field advantage. Doesn't always apply, folks. But I'm sorry, you said.
Yeah, I bombed at that room, and like I remember, so I just had my braces off, and I had like fake teeth I could pop in and out because I got implants now. And
really? Okay, cool.
I got enough money in my mouth to buy a Toyota Camry.
You're like the $6 million man here between here and here.
Just like the $30,000 mouth.
Jeez, wow, there you go.
And,
okay.
So like, I took and I popped them out. I remember I don't even know what the fucking jokes were about I was saying, but like I was still learning, and then all of a sudden everything shut down. So I was like, well, fuck, that was the last time I got to do comedy for a while. But now I'm out here, everything's opening back up, and I've been hitting the ground pretty hard out here and doing as many shows as I can.
What were you doing in Florida at the time?
Oh, all right, so like Alabama.
Because you're from Alabama.
Yeah, so like all right, so Alabama and Florida are right beside each other. You got Baldwin County, where I'm from, and then you got Escambia County, Florida, and it's just basically
just crossing the county line or the state line.
Yeah, just right there. So like we'd always go to Pensacola, or either it was Pensacola or Mobile, Alabama. Like to either party, go out to bars and stuff like that. So yeah, it was fun. I mean, like it was okay rooms, but I remember I did one show in Mobile, Alabama. Like the first time I ever seen like comedy with nobody in the room. Literally, like the guy that went up before me, he killed the room, and they all got up and fucking left. Like it was just like it was one of those. It was an open mic, and I walked up. There was nobody left in there. I was like, "Fuck, this sucks."
Yeah, I think that the smallest crowd I've ever performed in front of is like one person.
Hey,
and you just do it anyway.
Exactly. Hell, that's like at I've noticed like there's a bunch of places here in the city you go up to. It's like it's not about just going there and like it's almost like going there to network. You're meeting people, you're networking with people.
You're performing in front of other comedians.
Exactly. And it's like, yeah, you're getting practice up there, holding the mic, being on stage, but you're not getting any reactions. Nobody's listening to your shit out there. The bartender, you might hear him chuckle. That's about it.
Yeah, if you get the bartender, there's your demographic.
Exactly.
So that's cool. We have about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's the 2-minute warning. This is where I would give you the light.
Give me the light.
This is your best stuff. So let's try to think of something new here. What is your worst thing that's ever happened on stage?
Oh, I cut my fucking finger open. I was so I did theater. So this is
on the mic screen.
No, so like I before I did comedy, tried to get into stand-up comedy. I was doing theater, like live stage theater.
Right.
And so we were doing this production. It was a comedy production, and so like I had a scene where I picked up an umbrella, like a prop umbrella. Like I'm walking around this table and I'm looking at shit because my character was a stoner, kind of dense, like. But just like, he talked like this right here, dude. And I was like, yeah. So,
like
I'm
far out, man. Yeah.
Far out. So I'm looking at this table, and I pick up this umbrella, and I'm looking at it, and I click the button on it, and I never did this in any other, like, rehearsals. I was just trying to improvise on stage. I picked the umbrella up, and I pop it open, because I was going to, like, be surprised the bitch popped open. And it popped open, and it broke. It fluttered up, and it fluttered down, and went shh. And you kind of see, like, a little tiny scar there. Right there, and it hit my damn. I seen the blood come up. I'm sitting there. I'm wearing a fucking solid white shirt, with a fucking pair of blue, like I don't even remember what kind.
So you try to stop the bleeding.
I'm sitting there, and the line. All right, so my character had to basically just stand there while this person was giving their biggest monologue of the fucking.
Of course, while you're bleeding out on stage.
I'm like, fuck. I look over and I can see like the stage manager. I'm like. Band-Aid.
Oh my God.
I was like, my finger. And I walk off stage. I'm like, I open it up and blood just goes.
Whoa.
I didn't even get stitches. I just I wrapped it up. But yeah, I was pretty fucked up.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Worst thing that's ever happened on me, other than being heckled once in a while. I was off stage when somebody got a bottle thrown at them.
Oh,
and it wasn't really off stage because it was a bar in San Francisco, so there wasn't really a stage. It was actually just right by the front door where they had the microphone.
Damn.
And so, yeah, he made some off-color remark. I don't remember if it was sexual or racial, or it was something that pissed off the couple in the front row. And the one girl threw a bottle, and it broke, and it went. I got shattered shards all over me, and I think I even got cut on my hand, but it wasn't bad.
I'm telling you, if somebody throws a bottle at me, I'm about to fucking quote the Bible and say, the Bible says, peace be still. And I'm going to pull out a fucking knife and say, and I always keep me a piece of steel. And I'm going to start cutting motherfuckers in there.
Oh, I'm telling you, he got cut on his leg really bad. He ended up having stitches. And I'm like, and this was a bar in Richmond.
Goddamn, Richmond. That's like the whitest neighborhood in the fucking city.
Right. It's just drunk people, in a bar. And like I said, the comic was one of those people where when the comic would go up, you would go, oh, yeah, watch out. Because he was definitely about finding that line and crossing it.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Which I like to do, too. But, man, he went to go piss people off. But, hey, Clayton, thanks for hanging out with me. You're going to come back again, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. Definitely.
All right. So, again, how do we get you on Instagram and all your social media?
Instagram handle is _tootall, TOOTALL 6969. Shout out my Gruber. Or you can just type my name in, Clayton Mosley, and that's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
And if you guys are watching this on social media, which you should be, please go like Edge Studios online at Facebook and YouTube. And we'll have Clayton's information down below, somewhere down here. Somewhere there. Go like, subscribe, and keep standing up. My name is Paul Brumbaugh, and we're out of here, guys. We'll catch you next time on The Edge.
See ya.